Do I believe? So this is gonna cover like some of my spiritual beliefs, like the main, or at least the main one that it's like built upon, that my spirituality is built upon. So here we go. I actually wrote it down, I typed it out. I was actually typing this out, and as I was typing this out, I had saw a comment about do I worship myself. So you see that video inside this playlist that this video is also inside of, and you see how it's gonna link with this, with what I was typing. So I said there is one God, creator, or source who birthed everything, which has intelligence that we could refer to as gods and goddesses or spirits. So I'm saying that there's one creator, one God, one source that made everything, and that everything has intelligence, which we can call gods or gods and goddesses or spirits. You can commune with these, you are made up of these, and they flow through you daily as your thoughts and emotions. Some are good, some are bad, and it's best not to get attached to any one thought, emotion, or entity, and instead seek to unify to the one God and allow what needs to flow through you, flow through you. That's why I said it linked. I talked about how you got to unify with the one God and just let stuff flow through you and stuff like that. And it's like I was just letting all this type of stuff just flow. You feel me? It's like stuff just linked up properly with how I saw the comment, and it was just dope. But yeah, I also wrote down everything is made up of spirits, and spirits are composed of intelligence and their will slash ability to act, which these intelligences do have, and it shows up as the intellect, thoughts, and emotions of more evolved beings that are able to perceive and filter through different levels of consciousness. So, with that being said, right, that's really my main spiritual belief. The fact that there's one source, one God, whatever, that made everything, that has intelligence, and that this intelligence can interact with us and stuff like that. Some are good, some are bad. Just don't get attached to anyone. Just let stuff flow through you and unify with the one God, creator, source, or whatever the freak. You know what I'm saying? I'll say more things. I believe that everything's made of intelligence. Like I said, everything's made of these spirits. Everything's made of intelligence. I believe that. I mean, that's really pretty much it. I believe that the ultimate goal of every human being is just to ultimately just know themselves and unify back with that one intelligence that made everything else. But intelligence comes from awareness, because you can't know something if you aren't aware. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, you can like you kind of like okay. I'm gonna have to explain awareness, and I'm gonna have to explain all this type of stuff way deeper. But in short, right, awareness is the ability to perceive, right? So because you can perceive things, you can start knowing things, Because once you start to perceive your own perception, you know that you're there. You can see that you're there. How else can I also explain this? If you are perceiving something, right? If you're perceiving a phone, you know that there's a phone there. Therefore, there's intelligence. You see what I'm saying? Now, there's different levels of intelligence and stuff like that. But yeah, intelligence comes from awareness, which you know, is what that God is. God is awareness, the ability to perceive, because the ability to perceive literally creates, sustains, and observes this whole reality. And that's what God actually does: creates, sustains, and observes. But I'm going to talk more about that in like my creation of the universe course or whatever I call it. You know what I'm saying? Just giving y'all a little sneak peek of what's up to come and stuff like that. But it's pretty much what I believe, bro. There's one God, one source. It made everything. Everything has intelligence. You could call it gods and goddesses or spirits. You can talk to these. Just don't get attached to anyone and just unify with God and let things flow. You know what I'm saying? And also, I believe that, what's it called? Wait a minute. Where's it at? I also believe that human beings can filter through these spirits or intelligences and stuff like that, and that it appears as our intellect and our thoughts and emotions and all this other stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. That's what I believe.